Hello, my name is Gabriel Ron. I'm a second generation martial artist and a black belt under Master Mike Dunchuk here. We are here today to interview Grandmaster He, that is sitting right over there. He was always an influential figure in my life as a martial artist. We would have tests here for our belt tests, and every time that we would have it, he would always bring a different intensity. He would test our mental ability as well as our physical ability. So, one thing that I want to do as a martial artist and as a documentarian is I want to be able to document martial arts masters, their knowledge, what martial arts was like growing up. And this was a special style to me because this is the first martial arts style I ever trained in. This is where I got my black belt. So it's just important to me that we have this conversation. So I'll pass it over to Mike.
I'm the student of Grandmaster He to my right and the teacher of Gabriel to my left. So I've tried to pass on the legacy from one generation to the next, and hopefully to provide an accurate and true context for training martial arts as I disseminate everything that I've been handed and make sure that it survives.
My name is Master He. First is my company is in Korea, Kwan Hapkido Grandmaster, and second is Korean Special Force 특공무술 격투기. Is find the first time 1974. So we have a company, 국설관, and Special Force Martial Art. That's my thought.
Hello, everybody. My name is Luis Juan. I'm Gabriel's father. I trained here too, like for 3 years, and I met Master He. And this was a good place for my two sons that took martial arts here. It helped them, instill that discipline. They learned discipline, and they are around positive men. And so I was really happy to bring them there, and also to train with them as a father.
So, Master He, the way I kind of wanted to start this was, the past few days, and especially doing this project with Master Mike Dunchuk, where we're documenting Sool Kwan, we're documenting the techniques. I've been very curious about the history of it because the history goes back to, more in the ancient era of Korean martial arts, the influence from China, but also, the unfortunate colonization from the Japanese all the way through World War II. So talking with Master Mike, I've learned a lot about where a lot of these martial arts styles of Kuk Sool and Tang Soo Do, Hwarang Do, they come from this same, association under Kuk Sool Hui. And you were born kind of around the time where all of this stuff was happening. So I kind of wanted to just get a little information about what was it like for you growing up during this time period. What made you want to get into the martial arts?
It's okay now. Martial arts history. Martial arts history. Long and long time ago. First, in Korea have 발가기 martial art, and 발차기, people talking that way. And China have 시팔기, kung fu, and Japan have 당수도. 당수도 is called karate. Yeah. And then three countries have studying martial art that way. And in Korea, 발차기 mean is only for kicking, fighting, and blocking, and not too much punching, blocking and kicking, because they like teaching, they like learning for self-defense, so 발차기 martial art. After later, Grandmaster is Yongsul Che. He make first time 합기. First time he make 합기 after second is Taekyon. And then third time is 합기 after we make grandpa make martial art mean is a Oriental people call do. So 합기도. That's all the martial art. But long time ago, not too many people martial art. Only somewhere, 1, 2. Even China too, long time ago, Kung Fu time, is they have a Solim's is a monk house, is come from Kung Fu. Even monk people too, not that much people practicing, just a little. Korea, just a little. Japan, just a little. Because martial art, they're not too much everybody do. So just a little more. After everybody, martial art, self-defense. Happen that way, studying. Yeah, studying that way. When I studying martial art too, even Grandpa, Mr. Che, he passed away a long time ago. Not too many people don't know because not very little special people martial art. One town, 1, 2 people. Another town, 1 person. Maybe another town, nothing. Somewhere one town, 1, 2 people. That much slow time martial art. Only special people they do martial art. Even that time too, when I 6 years old, I cannot find a martial art studio. No studio. Name to name teaching. Name to name, 1 technique, 2 technique, studying. That's a martial art time, you know. Yeah. And then 6 years old, when I 6 years old, any town, we cannot find a martial art studio. So we have to training in the just the town mount, you know. Yeah, some nice mount, nice area, and we meeting there. We do fighting, kicking, punch, because they have a boxing long time ago. So, okay, we put down hanger up and then kicking, punch, and together and just fighting. Who is the winner? We do that way. Even that time, we don't have a belt. We don't have a belt color. Not even black belt. No name. After later, martial art, a lot of people introducing. So we make order. White belt. Next, blue belt. Blue belt next, red belt. Red belt next, black belt. That time, you know. Yeah, that time because a lot of people they want to learning. So we have to make an order. That's a martial art order. So now my time, 3 company, 합기도, Taekyon, and Kung Fu, Chinese. My time only 3 company. Next to another company. After later, they make a new starting new company. That will happen. Then long time ago is long time ago. After later, practicing. After later, somebody make a martial art studio. Maybe it's close to mountain area. They put down little look like a tent. Yeah, look like a tent. Rice. Rice. They make the tent style, and then no carpet, no nothing, just do ground, no concrete, no nothing. We make a nice ground, and then we fighting, practicing martial art. After later, Grandpa's next generation people, second generation Grandpa, they make a belt together. We're gonna make a white belt starting, blue belt, red belt, and then black belt. And then my time, we cannot find the black belt. We cannot find the black belt. One town, I don't know. One town, somebody have a black belt. One man. This is and then some another town, learning for Grandpa, and then and then they study, but almost the blue belt and red belt. Now cannot find the black belt. You cannot find the black belt, not easy. And then when I meeting is Mr. Kim, Master Kim, and then I got their blue belt, after red belt, after black belt, I got black belt. And then after black belt, my town, when I black belt time, my town have about only two. Only two is the black belt. You can find it that way. And how find the maybe Sool have 1, 2 black belt. Over there have 1, 2 black belt. Maybe Bhutan have 1, 2 black belt. Now how many people you cannot find the 2 people where? Very hard to find. So long time ago is a black belt control town. Black belt control town. Not even police. Black belt control town. Why? Because black belt is they training pretty hard. So they know they have a discipline, learning substance, manner, take care people, weak people take care, older people take care. That kind of order, even black belt make order that way. Not police. That time. And then after later, more, everybody want to learning martial art, and then black belt come more. That's starting. The after more black belt, more nice video, more martial arts studio make beautiful, and then after later grow up that way. Yeah, there's martial arts history. So everybody respects the master because master know how teaching. Also, a lot of bad people, But master, they're not even sit down ground a long time ago, master. No, we cannot even sit down any ground. Master cannot do that way. Master need the master need the master position. That's it, you know. So we cannot just sit down ground, pray down. No, cannot. So we know how to teach discipline. Because everybody say, martial art is good. Martial art is good. Not learning drunk, liquor, you know, that kind. We don't have a time for learning. But now is too many everywhere. Bad thing, learning, drinking, drug, and people kill people. People kill human. It's a bad, guilty for whole life. Whole life is you cannot live in. When you kill people, you cannot live in your life. Why? Whole life guilty. How kill human to human? That's guilty, 100%. So very uncomfortable for life. Okay, somebody, it's somebody is now I see a lot of news and everywhere. Somebody, they don't know. They don't have a strong muscle. They don't have some self-defense position. Then they just nervous. They're gonna bring knife, gun, and then kill people. Killing time don't know, but after kill, life done. You have a guilty life. More age, guilty life. Life done. That kind of life. Yeah, we need to come nice family, good friendship, nice, We need to do some nice thing. But now is people, a lot of people, they don't know that one. That's a guilty life. Guilty life for what? Anytime again guilty. Kill people, kill again. Drug people, drug again. Then you have to go just to jail. Jail life. I don't know. They have fun jail life. They have to go. This kind. But we are human. We need a good life, nice friend. Have a good enjoy. Not bad enjoy. Nice enjoy. A lot good for martial art training. That kind of thing, automatic. We can learning ourselves. We don't know. We can learning ourselves, automatic. Happen there. But good for martial art training.
So, Master He, one thing that, now that I've been really getting into history and everything like that, we talked a few minutes ago about Sool, and you said that you knew him, or you had met him before. Can you talk a little bit about that experience with Master Sool?
Okay.
Choi.
Grandpa is because we don't have in Korea have not too many studio, so Grandpa is he have to go testing. Maybe my town one studio, and then he come visit, and then he go testing. Like Master Ho come over here, I meet you. That kind of thing, long time ago. No, that time is not too many people. So when you meeting one time, we know everybody. Easy memory, because not too many people time. One time testing, how many? Maybe 5, 6. Then we can remember it easy. Now is maybe 100, 200, I cannot remember it. But that time is easy memory. So Grandpa time, studio come testing. and then we see each other. That way, and his story, and next to my friend, and together. So, and then me, Grandpa have with 6 disciples. 6 disciples long and long and long time ago. But long time ago, I tell you, not that much technique teaching. Not that much technique, but strong. Very, very strong technique. Small technique, super power. One punch, one kick, super power. That's a long time ago. We training that way, you know. So came out and 6 disciples we have, but my line, Kimuta, he do Grandpa now. So Kimuta is a Koksul, Kwan is a president. We call now president. And long time ago is a Kimuta 선생, teacher. Now we can call, because too many people martial arts, so we can tell Koksul one president. We have to say it that way. I have to say it that way too. And then I'm respected Kimuta, Grandpa, teacher, president. After later, Master come America. I want to is the Korean Special Force Army. When I training Korean Special Force, so 4 general, 4-star general called my company. His name Kim Chang-sung. He called 2nd general 고용술 2nd general. He, my company owner. So he tell Taekwondo is good, but North Korea have a lot of different martial training, special training. So we need more strong North Korea. Then more North Korea, more strong martial art we have to do because we have to self-defense. I don't know when they come, so we need to go more good martial art. And then they call Master Ho. Master Ho, I don't care what. Your responsibility. I'm going to call all army company 50 degrees over. They're going to go come this area, special force. 30, stuck there. We're going to go bring over here. You're going to find about 20 people. All find the best martial people. And I find about 10 people. A lot of people come, but I find only 10 people. When I go looking 10 people, judo people do there, and Hipalgi, Kung Fu people there, Taekwondo, 50 degree there, and then Master Ho people is 60 and half that time I'm here. So I'm my studios I can be present because higher degree. So that he want to make 고성용 2nd general say 4 general president say he want to make more better martial art than more North Korea. So I have a studio there. I have a separate studio. Special Force have a separate studio. So I find everybody. Taekwondo, let me kick. Let me see. Boxing, let me see. Hipagi, let me see. Every day, I want to find the one person technique. But that time is a Hapkido is a everybody say that time Hapkido is the number one self-defense fighting. People call that way. That time, I don't hear Taekwondo is the number one fighter. Hapkido is a good fighter technique.
So, kind of another thing I was thinking about was, you know, you made the move from Korea to the United States, and then you opened up a school, and that's obviously where Master Dunchuk started his training. So, can you talk a little bit about that, opening up a martial arts school in America, and what was that like, your experience as a teacher here?
Okay. When I come America, because I don't know nothing, and then I come LA, and then I don't know nothing. I don't know how buy hamburger. I don't know how, that kind of thing. Then I come America. I have a dream long time ago. When I come America, I want to try hard, and I like to make a United States in world martial art college. That's my dream. Because maybe I don't know. I chose to my technique too. I don't know, but I want to make a United States in world martial art college. So I want to make a government together, make a paper, everything okay. This is my dream, but the dream doesn't come because that time is a lot of brutality time, Bruce Lee is my friend too. But when I don't meeting him, but my friend, he make a movie. Bruce Lee, and then my friend, I make a movie each other.
You mean
so we know each other.
Huang Yanxi.
Yeah, Mr. Huang.
Huang Yanxi.
So anyway, I come America at a very, very, very hard time. When I hard time, I need to living life too, and I need to eating food too. So I go little bit work after later. In LA, have a bad people, so I beat up everybody, bad people, because they so bad. They so bad. They bugging Korean community people. They bugging too much. They want to take individual people, individual tax or something strange, bad thing happen. So I beat up everybody, and I'm after king. So I can't live in comfortable. Yeah, and then
Can you tell us a little bit about how you had to protect yourself? What happened?
yeah,
Can you explain that?
that's a fighting time, fighting time. Okay, well, this guy, yeah, he passed away. Well, long time ago in Koreatown he's everybody say number one gang boss, maybe that kind of thing have a name. So he come to me, he come to me, he attack. Okay. I tell you everything. Under studying. When I come to America, I miss my family too, right? And then I go Korean beer house, one drinking, because I'm not drinking man, but I go there, nobody there, so I go drinking one, and little drinking, and then pretty sad because I don't know America whole time. I miss my family. and then one beer, little bit drinking, sending, and then thinking Korea, my family. And then somebody come to me. Somebody come to behind. Over there, about 6, 7 people, they drinking, party. After later, one guy, he come to me. Who are you? I go looking. I go looking. What's looking? No. I just don't know one drinking and go home. Don't looking next time. And then he messed over there one time. Excuse me. You don't need to touch people that way. Oh, you talking bad, and then one more snack. One more snack. Excuse me. I'm just only one drinking, and I gotta go home, okay? Please. And you too much talking. One more hitting. 3 times hitting. But anyway, now I can talk in just one talk. But really it should happen. 100% happen. After later, I don't want to fight in nothing. It's not my country. I don't know nothing over here. I don't want a problem. So just stay there. And then he go restaurant and he come back. Hey, you, one more snack. Them about already 4 times, man. And then Master Ho, he don't know who I am. Hey, I want to tell you one time. You already slapped my head 4 times. I patient lot. Don't touch my body one more time. Don't touch my body. You understand? I'm just drinking and then I'm gonna get out of it. Don't touch you one more time. And then he grabbed my uniform and then get out. I wanna kill you. You know, no reason for kill, right? No patient. Already a lot of patient already. This is the last. Lot of way I use my self-defense. But I have a pretty strong street practicing for punch too, you know. So when I punch one, bam, exactly the area. When I punch, same area go, all the time. One punch, done, finish. After later, I can't help, I have to finish. My table, put down body, my chair, put down body. After later, 5, 6 people, they come to me, okay. Ba, 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 ba. 4, 5 people fall down and 1, 2 people run away. That kind happen, and I don't go jail. So I'm lucky. I'm lucky. I'm lucky.
You're still here.
Yeah, but after you finish it, I can say, well, oh, but a big history. I breaking whole everything. Do you have? Yeah, that thing happened.
So you were living in Koreatown?
Long time ago, about 3 years. After later, I go your Barinda. I make a martial art studio. First time, a lot of American people, they introduced martial art. And your Barinda, I make a studio. And then people like learning. So I teaching. That time, first time I make a martial art studio, that time, I'm meeting Mike Dancha, and another black belt, some, and then my training that way. But that time too, I have a Korea position, Army position. So when I training, I do little Korea style. Make push-up and spanking. What's the matter with you? Maybe that kind of training. Now, when I push up spanking them, oh no, I have to go to jail. So I don't want to go to jail. No way. That time I do that way. So my student, they grow up pretty strong. So I talk to everybody because they respect master. Same way. I teach her. They respect, they follow me now too. Because master very important how we teach. You know, I teach my family style. I teach. Yeah. You know what I do? Quit. Get out. I do that kind of thing. You wanna learn? Follow me. I do that time, you know. That time, so my student is they're learning pretty good too. Pretty good too. Yeah, just to learn. When you come studio, they have to learning something good, right? Something good because come studio, spend 1 hour, right? They have to hold training, right? Yeah. No, la, pray down and then go, la. This is not martial art. You know, tired? Why you tired? Push up, thinking. And that way. Why? No reason. Why you tired? You cannot do? Why? Push up. You know, they don't want to listen. Okay, you don't want to come? Go. Some parent, I spanking a little bit. They tell parent, you know, why are you spanking, you know, or martial art studio? Because I want to make better. No, we're going to call police, they say. We're going to call police. Oh, you want to call police? Call police. I'm here. I want to make your son strong. It's wrong? Call police. They don't call. Because I say, call. It's wrong. I'm going to make your son strong. Is it bad? No. Only it's not bad. They cannot call that way. That time happened that way, my friend.
Try that now.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted to ask you because I remember Master Mike one time he talked about self-discipline. I don't know if you remember that teaching about. He says that the military forces discipline. When you're in jail, discipline is forced. You know, but a martial artist, you said that has that
self-discipline.
Yeah, you could tap into it, and I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that teaching. So I wanted to ask you, like, what were some of the main teachings that you have learned in martial arts that have helped you in your life?
It's my
Yeah, some of the philosophy, the mindset that you've learned, you know, throughout your whole martial arts journey, that has helped you not just as a fighter, but as a human being. You know, you talked about it a little bit.
yeah. Yeah. Now, if you training her, I say, maybe, come over here. Try 100 punch. Position, try 100 punch. 100 punch try. But I want same speed, same power, 100. Make. I train in this kind of position, you know. Meaning no tire, don't tire. And when you're learning that kind of thing her way, they have her mind. Her mind. So they learning thing anything good her way. I teach you good her way. I don't teach you bad her easy way. So martial art is very good for life. But no martial people sometimes martial art, after learn martial art, though, sometimes maybe bad people and martial people, they have self-defense outside. Sometimes not easy. Sometimes not easy for because not so much fighting. But when you're fighting, 5 minutes, 10 minutes after later, automatic your body technique coming. Technique comes same time, more technique comes, then martial people can winning. First time lose because they don't want to fight it. But after later, bad people attack. No, I don't want to pay no more. The time after later, martial technique show up. Last time, okay, you want this? I want this. That time, martial technique come to. But anyway, couple martial art practicing is good, but strong way is good. So he had a lot of patience. A lot of patient student, a lot of patient black belt, they stay there. No patient people, they quit. They're learning that way. So later what? Later, they're gonna say, Master Ho, thank you. Master Ho, thank you. I'm learning for you. That kind. They understand later. And then he gonna go teach you his way. But now it's a little different time. Not easy for heart pressure. Heart pressure, then too much heart pressure, then no, they don't want a video game. No more martial art. This kind of time changing. But anytime it is a lot of people, I see a lot of news. Young people kill these people, they kill this. They don't know what you're doing, nothing. They don't know. They don't have a strong body. They're only thinking what? This one and then kill. Knife. Life done. Their life done. Life done. He's not thinking now. He's not thinking after 10 days, 1 month, 1 year, life. They're not thinking. Just the one, boom, after later, why are you do that way? And then sad. When you go to jail and sad too late. So martial art good for make young people good mind. Good, very interesting martial art. Now I'm thinking too. Yeah. Anyway.
He kept training under you. When you were teaching and everything like that, did you feel that you had to change the type of teaching that you did, the drills that you had them do, because you felt that maybe mentally they couldn't handle it, or physically they couldn't handle it? Or did you find that you had students that they responded really well to your teaching and the type of, even punishment you would put them through to get them to improve?
It's I want to tell you, I do one way martial art style. I do one way style. Kimota Grandpa, I do one way, same time. Whole training, make whole strong training, but one way. But I want to tell you, okay? When you studying martial art, very important one master, one way. This best learning for technique. One way, one martial art make us strong. This is good technique, martial art. But I see a lot of people in their mind, they want to do, I want to learning this way, this kind. But too much change your company. It's not good for learning for strong martial art. Maybe wrestling people, I want to learn kicking punch. Then I want to learning maybe Hapkido too. I understand because wrestling they don't have a kicking. Judo they don't have a kicking. So I understand. But wrestling and judo, maybe tumbling people. I wanna learning some kicking, punching. That's okay. You can change that kind master. But karate, taekwondo, and karate, all different martial art. Maybe too much change company. You cannot be strong martial art. Never cannot make it strong. No. Better. Yeah, master important one too. Who is the master? What kind of technique master? Very important too. But best way. Good master, good technique, follow. This is a very important one. Sometimes you just they have kicking too little bad. Before no kicking, but now they do kicking little bad. But they change judo. I do judo. I do karate. I do hapkido. I do that way. You cannot be strong martial art. Never. Better one company, good martial art, strong maker. This will make a good self-defense coming, automatic. Not strong martial art, a lot of technique, you cannot make a strong. One good punch, you can make a self-defense. One kicking, you can make self-defense. But how much you practicing is important. And then learning that. How make you strong? Mind go this. How make you strong? Because I tell, 1A martial art is a good for you can make strong martial art. That's Master Jose.
It kind of reminds me of that Bruce Lee quote where it was, he doesn't fear someone that knows 10,000 techniques, but one technique that he's trained 10,000 times. So it kind of reminds me of that because when you're fighting, I noticed that a lot when I was training and I would spar, is that, like Kwan has a massive curriculum. But when we fight, only a few different techniques that we use when we spar and different variations of how to get into the technique, a back kick, jab, cross, sweep. It's like, how do we go to those same techniques over and over again? And the good thing about learning an arsenal of techniques is being able to try and experiment with different stuff. But that's something I keep in mind when I teach, is that let's make sure the technique is down, that they understand it, they can use it in a self-defense situation and sparring before they move on to another technique.
Yeah, it's very important one. That's good too. But when you come studio, you can practicing this one, that one. Everything is good for you. Everything good for. You need good for make a balance, good for make a, hand joint strong, everything. A lot of technique, training. It's a very good for, better than no training. But at the same time, a lot of technique, a lot of practicing is good. Same time, you want to self-defense, you need to. So I'm talking about self-defense. You need a 1, 2, 3 technique plus make a power, speed, self-defense. You can go self-defense. But you have to training anything, tumbling too, anything. Because body gonna go make us, good balance and fat, speed balance. So anything practicing, anything practicing is good for body. And so it depends. Different practice a little bit. And then you have a good body, good balance, and then, so it depends power, then good for using technique. That's better way. Yeah. But some martial art, they don't do a lot of things, exercise, practicing, and after later, maybe little self-defense, then body balance is different. Body need faster too. Body need a good balance too. You know, so you have a good muscle too. And then you can practicing self-defense a little. Then very good for together. Together. Anything practicing martial art. But I don't say any company martial art. Any kind technique practicing. Good. Good. Try hard. Good. You want to learn self-defense? Okay. This kind body, you use 1, 2, 3, 4 technique. Bah! You can do good self-defense.
Yeah.
That's best way. That's the way. Because I like to do anything. I like a sword, I like a weapon, I like a stick, I like a ball, I like anything, I like a tumbling, I like anything. That body use self-defense technique. A little bit speed power. So you have already good muscle. And good helping. A lot of helping. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I was just listening to what you were saying, and you've had a long, long journey with martial arts.
Long time.
Yeah, and what are some of the things that you remember? What are some of the more memorable things that you experienced in your martial arts career that you think about? You go, wow, you know, I did that, or I'm happy about that.
I go mountain time. When I 19 years old, I 19 years old, I went to the monk house. Yeah, Korean monk house mountain. That time, it's a martial art time. I think best point. Because when I go training mountain, why I come mountain training, I have to thinking about what kind I find in the mountain. So I practicing is pine tree together. How much I have power? How much I can kicking and breaking pine tree leaves? That time, I have my feeling. People outside, I'm thinking maybe I'm very good, very good, very good. But when I go mountain, alone practicing time, when I practicing alone, I find myself, I don't have a technique. I don't have a technique. I cannot break in only this one. I cannot jumping this way. I don't have a technique. I need to make a better technique, better technique, better technique. Hitting hard, speed, hitting hard. Just one long house kick, you know, hard, speed, power. No power. Not so much power. And then later, after 1 year, little bit power coming. Oh, no, hurting my body too. A little bit of power coming, not bad. After 2 years, I come outside. And then I go looking under the martial art studio, master, or that kind of people, taekwondo studio, a lot of master looking. Oh no, that's not martial art. I have a feeling coming that way. Meaning what? When I outside me top. All the time, monk house is a mountain there. So they good for self-defense, automatic. That I want. But they have a strong mind, strong discipline. But it's not enough. We need to learn self-defense too. So I teach monk people too. But very, very good discipline. They have strong mind. I like that. Yeah. Never say pain. Yeah, never say pain.
So was it the monks in Korea or?
Korea.
In Korea.
Yeah.
Yeah. with me, I have Native ancestry, Native American, and we believe in for balance, to have balance, physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. Those four, to walk in balance.
Everything good.
Yeah, everything, and so
That's good.
And nature is a good teacher.
Mhm.
Nature is the best teacher. Just by watching the way nature, how it is. What kind of teachings did you learn on your own from doing martial arts? What about with nature and spirituality?
It's little light jumping. Light jumping is very good for balance.
Balance.
Yeah, front step, back step, side step, left side step, right step, and then turn around step. Everything is a balance practicing. That's a good all together, the balance. Step, front step, go front, back step, go back, side step. Everything make good balance. That's good exercise. I'll tell you, anything is a good exercise. Yeah. Martial art, maybe you come up with stole, stay, or jumping, tumbling, everything include balance. That's good for.
Everything has balance.
Everything have a
Juggling,
balance.
Martial arts, everything.
Everything balance. Different style, but everything balance. Everything.
Did you ever teach meditation or anything like that to your students, or did you practice it?
We do long time ago, long time ago history. Lot of that way of teaching too. Lot of teaching too. Because master have to teach you right way because they learning strong martial art, strong style they learning. So they need to learning for discipline. So before martial art, knee down about all the time, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, with the learning for, medication, and master say, teaching, medication. You have to do that way. You have to grow up that way. Or you have to do martial art this way. You cannot do this way. You have to do patient. That kind of talking long time ago we do. Every day. Every day, about 2-3 minutes, knee down and making cross eye because we don't need to see, a lot of things. Cross eye to make that and then with the medication. And after we do a lot of deeper meditation, learning. Long time ago that way. But now people don't like it that way. Yeah, the different lot of world change too much. Then I can say too much world change is crazy style. I can say that way. Not long time ago style. Long time ago only good way. Everything good way. But now different. Yeah. You want to learning a long time of style. No, you have to living over there mountain, far away, not down here. Different because everybody different. If I do that way, then people say me crazy. The whole time. Yeah. Sometimes I like to go mountain. Sometimes I tell my wife, I want to go back mountain. That kind of long time ago feeling. That kind, I'm talking that way. But I have family, I cannot go. If I don't alone, I go mountain. I do that way, talking my wife. But if I don't alone, that way. But now I'm the father, husband. I have responsibility. I have to take care. I don't want to pay the people attack my family. Then I have to take care. So that's my responsibility. Yeah, because I grew up martial art that way. So this is the right way. This is the right way. Right way.
Yeah, well, there was a time when he showed up at my high school, and he just took me out of high school, and the people in the office let us go, and I didn't know it was that easy to get out of high school because I always had to forge notes and everything from my parents. But yeah, one day Master Huh came on campus, and I was at the lunch tables, and of course this is the mid '90s, so I was at Esperanza High School where there's 7,000 students, and they're all just teaming and eating lunch at the tables. So if you can imagine a campus with just scores of students, or thousands of students literally, just out having lunch at the tables. And then one guy walks on campus and shouts for everybody to hear, "Mean Mike!" and 7,000 people look to see this guy just yelling. And then and then everybody at the table with me says, "Is that him? Is that Master Huh?" And I said, "Yeah, I gotta go, guys." And then we leave, and sure enough, we go to the office, and he checks me out, and he's got this charm with all the office ladies, and they don't ask him if he's related to me. They don't ask him if he's my parent or my uncle. And he just says, "I'm going to take him. Is that okay?" And they say, "Yeah, sure." And they signed the papers for me to leave the high school. And then maybe we go to some place, and he has me do a demo with him. But yeah, I was really impressed that he could just do that. For not only to walk on campus and just yell with everybody watching, but then to just have such an ease, just a facility to just get me out of school like that. And everybody says, "Okay, sure, yeah, whatever you want, sir." So there's that. Also, his studio was about the size of mine. It was about the same size.
Yeah.
It's enough for training, but sometimes you get a lot of people in the room, and it's just too crowded. So we would actually train outside of the studio.
About one class of 30, 40 people practicing here.
Yeah. So I mean, when I have 15 in here, it feels crowded. So you can imagine with 30 people in here. So we would train outside. So sometimes we would run all around the neighborhood, or we would go to the park, or even just in the strip mall. There was some landscaping and trees, and we would just go and kick the trees in the I don't know if the landlord liked that, but I remember those of us who were high level black belts, we all had our own tree behind the studio. And it was just the landscaping of the hill that as the strip mall gave way to the residential areas, you might have some shrubbery and plants and trees. And we all had our own tree that we picked, and we would just kick that tree every day as part of practice. And we had kind of a running competition to see who had the biggest divot in the bark of who had knocked away the most of the tree. And we would come and like survey each other's trees and see, oh, look how deep, Doug's is, and oh, mine's pretty deep here, right here. So there was that. There was a time we went down to the river, and we were filming. Actually, we were filming techniques he was making a tape at the time, and we went down to the river, and we cut some bamboo off, and we were using the bamboo as staffs and practicing that way at training staff techniques. We call it bong, and then just spontaneously, Master Huh said, let me just film some stuff for the camera. And he just started chopping branches off of the tree with his hand. just like... So I just thought it was an idea. It was just the camera. Oh, here, I'll just catch me doing this.
He has a very hard training mentality. So I always picture him like going to the U.S. and he's training like these suburban white kids, like special forces. So
That's what it
so
was.
for you, what was that like? What was that training like?
Well, it was intense, but I had never experienced anything different. I didn't know that it could be softer, and I don't think I would have wanted it to be softer. I wanted to learn martial arts, and I could see that he knew, and he was very good at martial arts. So if he said, to do something, I said, well, that's what you got to do. So I never questioned it as, or this is too hard, because I liked it, you know. And I would even practice when I wasn't at the studio. I practiced all day. I kicked trees and I trained all day, which I know other students don't do that. But I think that's what you have to do to be really good. You can't only train 1 hour at the studio.
Yeah.
You have to be thinking about it all day, at least for a few years, to get really good. But no, his training was so intense that I remember at his studio, he had a back door, and then he had put up a hallway next to that back door where there was like a little changing area, and then the bathroom. So there was like a maybe 2.5 foot square box that was there in the back of the studio. And what he had us do was to stand inside that box, literally like with a door on your right side, a door on your left, and a door behind you. So you're stuck in there. There's nowhere to go. And then he would get one of his biggest students, like maybe like 260-pound Big Joe, and then Big Joe would put on 16-ounce boxing gloves, and he would stand at the fourth wall of that little cube, and we had to stand in there. And the task was that Big Joe would just unload boxing combinations on us, and we had to just handle those boxing combinations from this big guy when I'm like, 160-pound, as you said, a little white kid. And well, that's good. You learn. I mean, when a big guy is punching your head, there's no better way to learn how to not get your head hit. And I think people who don't have that experience of blocking their face for real, they're going to get their head hit. So you got to have it real. You got to have that kind of real training like that. Or, gosh, we would go outside and we would do duck walks around the building. Like I do duck walks, I have my students do duck walks in here, and it's like 30 feet one direction and 30 feet the other direction, and they're already standing up because it hurts their legs. But we would go around the building with duck walk, and like the whole strip mall. So, yeah, and we're just used to it, and that if you don't push yourself to those levels, you let your mind make you give up. If you just submit to giving up, you never get good. So yeah, I'm very grateful for that kind of training. I'm pretty sad that my students don't want to train that way. And I see that their skill just matches. They don't get as good as they could be at those kind of superhuman levels we used to reach. I mean, I think about the decay of skill and technique to the time when Master Ho was training with the monks. How seriously those people trained, to then my generation where it was still pretty serious but less. It's still, I mean, I trained hard, but I still didn't train as hard as he did. To now when I'm teaching, and this cell phone and helicopter parent generation where they don't do anything at all. So, yeah, it's kind of sad to see how everything's getting weaker, and there's a decay in discipline and a decay in skill. Yeah. But we do our best, and there's always there's still a small percentage of people who do adopt that, but it's just less each generation.
Anything, don't matter what sport or even computer or anything, don't matter. Anything have to special training. Anything, martial art, don't matter anything. Special training make a top technique. Have to try that way. Anything. Yeah. You want to be cookman, then you have to go very special training. Then you can be top. Anything top. I'm talking about top. So I like to do special thing. Anything. If I want to do, I want to do special. Or not. Either way.
Yeah,
I do that way.
right?
Yeah, I do that way. Anything. Anything I try, anything, even fishing, don't matter. I want to try anything, best one. Or not. I do that way. I don't like a so-so. That one doesn't go my mind.
So whatever you do, you give it everything.
Everything right way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything right way. Anything is top way. Yeah. And then which one is the top? Which one is the best? I want to be there. The kind I have my martial art helping that way. The martial art. Even I do that way. My children, they borrow my style little bit. They have that kind of mind too, I see. Because Papa do that way. I can see my son do that way personally. That's good. Good for him.
So I noticed, Master Hud, that you have good intuition. You think you got that from martial arts? I used to work in the jails. I worked in prisons.
Yeah.
And I worked with kids in the streets.
Then you know what I'm saying.
So I'm always looking.
Oh yeah.
Little things.
Yeah.
But I noticed you do that too.
Yeah.
Is that important for you to do that?
Yeah, I don't know, martial art. Same time I grew up that way. Yeah. Anything I like, or top, finish it. What is it? Question. What is it? I want to know, or not. That kind of personality. Even martial art. What is the top martial art? Lazy finder, because I try a lot of hard, more. Lazy finder. But everybody say, I'm the martial art #1 best. You don't know nothing. No, that I say. Because I training myself. Long time ago I have a studio in Korea. If I training myself, nobody there, locking the door, nobody come. Inside the house, inside the studio, I train myself 3 hours alone. Then good feeling. I do that way, you know. Anybody say I'm #1 martial art, I'm #1. He can say, but somebody say not #1. You cannot say that way. #1, nobody there #1. But who is the top? We can say that little bit, but I'm #1. #1? No, I can say #10. That people. You know what I mean? Not finish. Study, no finish. Martial art, no finish. Anything, no finish. After you die, you can finish. When you die. That's a life. Learning, whole life. Learning, whole life. Non-stop.
Just want to thank you, Master He, for the interview. And it's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a long time.
No problem.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll do more.
If I introduce to, and then a lot of martial art people, they understand more. Them, I'm happy because my life, martial art, whole life I spend on martial art. So anybody martial art people, they understand master of talking, and you understand. I'm happy, my friend.
Those were good teachings.
That's a whole learning, more understand. Everything good, you know. Good for learning for yourself.
Right.
That's good way. Everything. Martial art helping, good for your life. That's what I say.
Yeah.
If I don't know martial art, then what happened to me? I don't know what kind of person change there will happen, you know. So I tell you, good for martial art. Good for learning patience, self-defense. That's good. Yeah. That's a good way.
Thank you.
That's only one way. That's the way. Yeah, no mess up life.
Yeah.
When you mess up life, your life is gonna go strange, bad way happen. No mess up life. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's good.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you, everybody.